In this video, we'll discuss some cautions to consider when getting facial acupuncture as a means to augment the face. Enjoy. Hey there, everybody. Last week in the face reading tutorial video, we talked about plastic surgery. So if you haven't seen that video, go back and watch that one. This is part of a small series where we're going to talk about the things that people do to their faces as a means to change their look or to reduce wrinkles and whatnot. And there's quite a few things that can be done in this world of augmenting the face, but one of the methods these days is facial acupuncture. So for those of you who don't know, my formal education, my master's degree, I spent 5 years from 2008 to 2013 getting my 5-year master's degree in traditional Chinese medicine and acupuncture. So I was geared up to be an herbalist, to be an acupuncturist, and I found over time that leaning into the yang sheng, the life-nourishing practices of Eastern medicine was a better fit for me. So I didn't open an acupuncture practice, but I'm speaking from a place of not necessarily authority, but I'm also not green to the topic. I spent years needling people, treating people in a clinical setting. So I have some thoughts about facial acupuncture. First and foremost, I think it's way less intrusive to the face than plastic surgery. Plastic surgery is just that, surgery. You're augmenting the face, changing things, cutting things. There's an injury to the face. So with facial acupuncture, that's not going to happen. Now, I will say facial acupuncture appears to work. People do see a reduction in fine lines and wrinkles. People do see more blood flow, more suppleness, more collagen production. The little mild caution that I provide to this is that we have to think about acupuncture from a conceptual framework. The idea with good acupuncture, okay, if we're doing acupuncture as a means for our health and wellness, classically what they say is you should only be getting acupuncture once at the change of season or during acute sickness or acute injury. So the way the West has sort of started to use acupuncture is we're getting tuned up every week. People are stressed out, so they're getting acupuncture all the time. The idea that you want to sit with when you're thinking about this is that when we use acupuncture needles, there's only so much energy in the body. There's a finite amount in terms of our bodily reserves and how much chi we have. When we use acupuncture, we are augmenting this. We are sort of diverting energy into a different area to help the body adapt or to heal. So you don't want to be over dialoguing with acupuncture too much. There is something as getting too much acupuncture. You can deplete your system, confuse the body, and essentially less is more in the big picture. So that being said, when we look at facial acupuncture, one of the ideas I want you to also sit with is that all of the yang channels, what they call the yang meridians, end up meeting on the face and on the head. So we have yin channels and yang channels. Very loosely, the yin channels relate to the yin organs, the organs that are solid, like the spleen and kidney and the liver. These are all yin organs. Now, the organs that are hollow, that hold energy or space, like the large intestine or the stomach, right? It empties and fills. Those are the yang organs. So all of the yang energy meets right on the face. And so that means we have a ton of energy coming to the face. This is where the light of the spirit and the yang energy of the body is expressed. This is why we can use the face as a diagnostic for health metrics. So if you're getting facial acupuncture for vanity, if you're doing it because you want to look better, you have to realize that you are using a lot of chi, quite a bit. There's a lot of yang chi coming to the face. You're using it for vanity. Now, you might be okay with that. You might say, you know what? I'm good with that, and I will live with that decision. Fair enough. And again, I'm not here to tell you what to do, and I'm not here to judge you, because I'm not. But in the larger metrics of health, longevity, and wellness, you have to realize that you are also allocating energy that's circulating through your face, and you're making it coalesce there and centralize in this region a lot more. This can confuse the energetic systems of the body. So this isn't to say you should never get facial acupuncture, but if you are reliant on facial acupuncture all the time as a means to improve how you look, in my opinion, my professional opinion, there's a cycle of depletion that can happen from overusing needles on the face. So this kind of points us into how acupuncture is approached here in the West. There is classical methodologies and what they call modern TCM. Modern TCM is what's taught in all of the mainstream schools. This is what I learned, modern traditional Chinese medicine. What that points to, without going too deep into the history, is the post-Mao. Mao Zedong, who was essentially the dictator in China during the Communist Revolution, he decided to keep aspects of acupuncture and remove all of the spiritual components because it was seen as blasphemy, and he wanted to modernize the culture, the Cultural Revolution, to be adhered to the more Western principles of scientific metrics and data. So the classical methods have a bit more shamanistic bent. They focus on the energy, the esoteric, the subtle energies that we don't pay attention to. Those things were removed when modern TCM came to the forefront. So that being said, the perspective I'm sharing with you is the classical version. You don't want to overuse acupuncture needles. Classically, you were supposed to use as few needles as possible when you're treating someone because you don't want to confuse the body, and you want to coax and coerce and encourage the body to heal on its own and to use its own energy with as little input as possible. So when you're getting facial acupuncture and you're putting a ton of needles into the face, this can be problematic in this regard. You're using up a lot of that yang qi for vanity. And again, if you are okay with that, you're good to go. Do your thing. Again, I'm not going to cast judgment, and the people that do cast judgment, I don't think they have a place to. What you do with your life is really up to you. My job, I feel like, is to orient you to the process, offer up things for you to consider, things to think about, and I think this is one that is often overlooked with facial acupuncture. So if you're getting a lot of needles in the face, just realize that energy that is circulating through your face, as opposed to allowing that energy to circulate back to the organ systems, you're keeping it up here. And yes, because you're bringing all the chi to the face, you're going to see results. That's how it works. Acupuncture does work. Chi is real. It's a vital energy, bioelectricity. It exists. It's a real thing. You can pull levers and you can change it and you can move it. But as I always say, if you're wanting to improve how you look to your diet. Look to how many quality fats you're getting. Look to how much sleep you're getting. Look to the emotional terrains that you are engaging. Look to the romantic relationships, the friendships you're in, your social connections. How much sun are you getting? And I'm of the belief that sun exposure is very good for us. I am not in the camp that the thing that has given us life since the beginning and feeds all plant life and has helped humans thrive and increases our hormonal response is somehow now bad for us. I just don't. And I can tell you from personal experience, the more sun I've gotten in recent years, the healthier I've gotten and the better my skin has gotten. So the point is, I'm not here to talk about the sun. I'm just pointing you to these larger rhythms, things to consider regarding facial acupuncture and this entire world of where people are being encouraged to change their face. My personal opinion is, if you want to change your face, change from the inside, and your face will reflect that. Take care.